Alright, I'm live. Hello. Not sure if I mentioned that I would be gone all of last week and wouldn't be able to stream. Hopefully I did. I'm back anyways. We're playing some video game. Okay. I felt like something popped up for a second there. I don't know what that was. I'm sure it was unimportant. Ooh, character class. Interesting. I don't really know much about this game. I've been seeing it on the Game Pass for a while. It looked interesting, and then I watched like a couple minutes of a review just to see what I'm getting into, and I was like, you know what, sure, okay. Works with drones and high precision remote machines to perform complex tasks for distance. Sleepers assigned to operator work are usually cerebral and precise people. So it's a lot of zeros, but I'm good with digital stuff, and not very strength. Good with like endurance. Okay. Extractor. Okay, so they're all kind of basic. We'll just have like one positive, one negative. So nothing crazy. A machinist repairs and modifies automated systems using industrial resource extraction. Sleeper assigned to machinists usually are diligent, careful, and structured people. This is cerebral and precise, and these people confident, self-sufficient, high-level endurance. Work on resource extraction, often in hard vacuum environments. Assigned to are often confident. Okay, yep. So this one has better like strength or endurance, and not as much intuition, I suppose. Intuit. I've never heard of someone abbreviating intuition, but you know. Yeah, I guess that's intuition. I think I like the machinist. We'll start with them. So yeah, I'm kind of an engineer. I have a +1 for that. Engage, approach a problem head on. So I need more time to kind of like think through problems or whatever. I think we'll start with this. Let's see what happens. I don't know, man. I don't frickin' know. Going in fairly blind again. Just one. Yeah, okay, that works. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't. First thing you became aware of... Okay, that's loud. It was quiet before, so I turned up my volume. It's loud now. First thing you become aware of on waking is a disconnect. The delay between thinking and feeling. Being wanting to act and acting. Minor. Almost imperceivable, but always present. It's at its worst when waking, when yourself has spent many dark hours recalling what it felt like to be real. To be a person. To be in a body that was indisputably yours. Well, think about that body. A leap into a cold lake on a hot day. The sting of blood welling from a flesh wound. The friction of a fingertip. All of a sudden, memories are closer than they thought, blurring as you approach, till you can't tell one from the other. The cold slips in, behind and around you, and the sensations fade out of reach. Perhaps you should be thankful for the dulled nature of this new body, given your current circumstances. The walls of this container feel immediately present, cold, hard, your back and face cramping your limbs. You resist the desire to stretch, knowing that the claustrophobia comes next, and retreat a little from your central nervous system. It isn't painful, not like you used to know pain at least. In emergency mode, pain is a message delivered with efficiency and ease, a reminder that harm is imminent. There is no insistent throb, no trembling nerves, just a warning delivered with a banal quality of digital notification. Right now there are thousands of them. Oh, the plan or the others? What's the plan? You mostly remember that it wasn't a good plan. But then your options were limited. And once you got the inch to get out, by any means possible, it was either that plan or something much worse. It was at least simple. Collapse the shaft, drift away into chaos, slip into cargo processing, seal yourselves into containers, then just hope the fighter left before you were missed. Some were lost in the shaft. Others never found the meeting point. Only a few made it to the containers. But the fighter, as far as you know, left. That feels like enough. Enough to know that you might no longer be on that grim and heartless rock. Even if, in the airless hold of a fighter, you might freeze solid long enough long before you reach any destination. Wait for the cold. Try to rest. Crypto. Oh, that seems fitting. But you are restless. It has been a long time since you left. Surely, weeks, maybe months. You are duly aware of the damage to your legs, your right arm. You have been reserving energy as much as possible, but your hot body has still needed to shut down many of its systems to protect you. You have spent much of that time asleep, knowing that anything else would be impossible to endure. You feel the weight of that impossibility begin to gather. It is time to sleep again, to nudge this false body into inducing delta waves in your emulated mind, and once again recoil and to dream of when you were once a person. Time passes, and the cold creeps further in. You feel something. Warmth, not true warmth, but the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor. Sound, too. Everywhere. Screeching and simmering so loud that your body ducks. Ducks your hearing to protect its sensors. Then light. White as the cold, softer and softer, till in a haze of dirty yellow, a figure appears. You are out. Okay. It has been a few hours since Dragos pulled you from the container. You sit huddled in a corner of his scrapyard, swaddled in the reflective folds of a mylar blanket. You are slowly coming back to consciousness, back to life, and you stare at the ornately curving element of an improvised heater. You are surrounded by angular, incoherent lumps of ships, some corroded beyond recognition, others still carrying glassy wounds along their edges where a plasma arc sliced them apart. As you trace their shapes with fogged eyes, you hear a voice. So, sleeper, you all followed yet? Almost. Never seen one of you come in like this. New frames must have better perseverance in sub-zero vac. Seen more than a few of you frozen solid to whole plates or inside-outer locks in my time. They weren't so lucky. Dragos comes into focus, shrouded in makeshift tech. His headset with its glinting eyes, the mark of a drone operator. On his shoulder, one of his symbiotically linked drones perches, its irising eye locking you with an unflinching stare. The last living sleeper that came through this yard was a while ago. They didn't last long. You struggle to read his expression beneath his tech, but he seems lost in memory for a moment. Or perhaps he's just figuring out what to do with you. I plan to survive. You weren't sure if he hears you. I won't ask what led you to do it, to sell yourself to a corporation. And I suppose you know you can't go back. Your old body, that's theirs now. And you are just software. A rogue emulation illegally possessing corporate property. You nod along. You remember, biometrically, signing the forms, the cold floor on your feet as you padded to the sleeper cells, the promise of a life off-world. But as you do, you get the now familiar sensation that these aren't your memories. These are things you know, but not things you feel. You are no longer that person. You are an offshoot, a copy. What you won't know is what's ahead. At least the last one didn't. There's no easy way to put it. That body of yours is falling apart. It's the same for any sleeper who makes it out. SNRP wants to protect their property. If they can't keep hold of you, well, then no one can. You remember that too. Or at least rumors of it from the other sleepers. Planned obsolescence. That's still allowed. A built-in dependence on the regularly administered supplements that were part of your routine. Stop taking them and your body begins to shut down. Separate from your emulated mind. How long has it been? How long do you have? But for now, sleeper, you're one of the lucky ones. Dragos glances up and away, towards the glassy dome of the yard. The eye is the best place you could be right now. The eye? The station. You'll see soon enough. Dragos impatiently shifts his weight. Look, I've got things to be getting on with. He trails off. There's an old freight container I've been using as storage out in the stacks. We haven't been putting in much valuable scrap these days. We haven't been pulling in much valuable scrap these days, so you're welcome to it. Something wells up inside of you. Emotion. Fatigue. You shakily get up to your feet. Alright, you head on up there. You look like you need some rest. And with that, Drago stalks back into the racks, his drone already converging on a resting Hulk. Plasma flashes, silhouetting his spindly figure as he returns to work. Tutorial. Okay. Welcome to Erlen's Eye. Life on the Eye runs in cycles, during which you can talk to characters, explore areas of the station, perform actions. With each cycle, you need to head to your current home to rest. Resting will move time forward on the station. Head to the empty container location to rest and end the cycle now. Select locations by clicking on their icon. Okay, end cycle. Okay. Okay, these wires are tangled. You wake curled up in the corner of the container and begin slowly assembling the world around you. After all this time, you still find this body, the one you wake in now, strange and disjointed. Its message is readable, but somehow wrong. You sit up, pulling the mylar blanket close against the cold. Here you are, on this ruined station, millions of miles from anyone you know. Are you still in the system? Did any others make it out? It's possible now. After all this, what matters? What matters? Building life, I'd say. Escape, getting answers, building life. Maybe you did get lucky, finding yourself here. Maybe here, on the edge of everything, there's a life for you to build. Before you can build anything, you'll need to learn to survive. Maybe if you can do that, you can make a life for yourself. Dragos has left a few comforts in the container. The mylar blanket, the bedroll you slept on, a canister of water, a makeshift electric stove, and some faded sachets of some desecrated powder. You find the powder stud of the stove and begin to boil the water. The contents of the sachets smell like damp wood, and you sprinkle them into the liquid. As the pungent smell washes over you, images from your restless sleep come back to you. A ring, like the station, but skeletal and ghostly. A web of threads pulling at your skin. A constellation of bright polygonal shapes, like angular suns burning into your mind. There's something unpleasantly visceral about these images, and it is long after you finish drinking before they begin to fade. You tidy away the stove as best you can, and try to gather enough energy to greet the day. Oh, okay. Okay, condition. Your condition represents the current state of your artificial body. Oh, sorry. It depletes by one segment each cycle, but can also be damaged by violence, injury, lack of food. If your condition bar empties, you will suffer a breakdown. You'll have to figure out how to recover your condition. Now that you no longer have access to corporate pharmaceuticals that were keeping you alive. Action die. Start of each cycle, you roll your action dice. These dice can be used to perform actions on the station. The number of dice rolled is based on your current condition. The worse your condition, the fewer dice you have. Once you have used your dice and cannot take any further actions and must rest to recover them. Once you have used your dice, you cannot take any further actions and must rest to recover them, ending the current cycle. You also need to eat to survive, represented by energy. Refill your energy bar by eating. You'll have to find somewhere to get food. Your energy depletes by 2 segments each cycle. If it becomes empty, you'll be starving, and starving energy loss becomes condition loss, and your condition will also deplete at a double rate per cycle. So what do we have here? Flickering. What's this? I don't get this. Dragos is standing in the corridor when you close up the container. He is still wearing his headset, and it is in the harsh light of the corridor. You realize it is implanted. A drone sits on his shoulder, its casts of sensor eyes rapidly irising. How are you feeling? Okay. No troops. Good to hear. You notice that beneath the operator's rig, his skin is marked by burns and blotches. I know the container isn't much, but it'll keep you safe. He pauses. So I'm not going to chit-chat too long. You well enough to work? Sure. Alright then, he nods. At the yard, it's simple stuff. We hack these old holes down, sell them off to the shipyards on the bright market dealers for crypto. Occasionally pull off some tech, something with a bit more value, but most of what comes at scrap. It's hard to find good hands here, but I figure as a sleeper, you'll be used to the manual labor, and obviously, I'll slip you a few chits of commission based on what you turn up. Chits? These. He pulls out a handful of small metal bars. Air-walled crypto, isolated from the market. It's what we use for trade out here. He stuffs them back into his pocket. He shuffles his feet nervously. Look, I wouldn't usually do this. In my opinion, you'd be best suited moving on as quickly as you can. And sleepers, well, trails off. But things being the way they are, for me at the yard, he pauses, I need the help. Why? Things are a little tight. That's all. I owe a little crypto to a client here or there. He pauses, making of something else to add. Look, just come down to the yard when you are feeling fresher. There's plenty to do. Will do. He nods distractedly and turns and walks away. The drone hopping along ahead of him. See you later, he calls back. Looks like it's time to get to work. Alright. Oh, upgrades. Oh, skill tree. Interesting. I have an upgrade point. Do I? Oh, no, these are worth one upgrade point. I don't have any. Okay. We'll get rid of that for now. Let's get to the scrapyard. Actions. This is going to be a tough game to learn. This is going to be one that you really got to know everything, isn't it? Primary way you interact with the world of Citizen Sleeper. Click and drag your chosen action die to the slot. Okay, that's what that was. Actions reward you with clock progress, energy condition, or items depending on the outcome. There are 3 types of outcome. Positive, the action goes better than expected. Neutral, the action succeeds. Negative, the action fails. Gotcha. Action die have affect these outcomes the following. So if it's like this, it's 100% chance positive. This is a 50-50 for positive or neutral. So 5 and 6 are like pretty are just generally just good. 4 and 3, they're a bit more risky, but it's typically fairly neutral. And then 1 and 2, those are bad. Those are pretty bad. Okay. Gotcha. Display information about their type, risk level, and the skill and modifiers that apply to each section. Type. Okay, reputable action. Either critical or reputable actions can... Or repeatable. So it's either critical or repeatable. Critical actions can only be done once. And then the risk is either safe, risky, or danger. Safe, no loss of anything. Risky, negative outcome will mean like crypto or energy loss. Not condition though. Okay. Danger, negative means condition loss. Neutral is crypto or energy. So there's really, really bad. Okay, and the skill that the action requires: engineer, interface, endure, intuit, engage. That's what we were looking at before. The modifier, I feel like that's fairly self-explanatory. Some more actions require a +1 to perform. Okay. A debt called in. Dragos is tight and something ugly, and if he misses a payment or 2, things could get nasty. Every salvager knows they're always just one lucky haul away from their next payday. Okay. So we have 2 reputable actions here. One's engineer. We should go for this. Whole discretion. It's a bit risky, though, but we have a +1. Even the rustiest hole can hide valuable components and materials. Extracting them means cutting carefully and skillfully. Then manual salvage. It's going to take some time to sort and cut your way through the towers of salvage, but you are no stranger to hard labor. Okay. Let's just go with one of these more neutral die. Okay. And let's start. Ooh. Actions often progress clocks. Clocks are displayed below the actions that fill them, and they track your actions and how they affect the world. Filling a clock means something good or bad is about to happen. Some clocks, just as the one tracking or cycle clocks, these clocks tick themselves once each cycle and can complete without player input. Any active clocks will be displayed on the icon for that location. Sorry, I'm just rereading this real quick. So this is a... Okay, it says right here, cycle clock, and it's also, I think this symbol means it. Okay, gotcha. So we got neutral outcome. Back in business. Plus 15 crypto. Nice. And it's progressing that. Okay. So... Ooh, what did I... Hold up. Huh. Oh. Anyway. That's not important right now. I'm gonna use this. We're going for it. It's absolutely 100% positive we get something good here. Maybe we could use this somewhere else, but this is the tutorial, so I'm feeling good. Let's go. It's this sleeper. You will unlock drives as you discover more about yourself and the world. They guide you in pursuing specific objectives, depending on which path you wish to take. You can track drives, and track drive will place a yellow marker on locations that will help you pursue your goal. Just drive menu via the action button at the top left of the screen. Find a doctor. Okay. You're now free to explore Erlen's Eye and make a life for yourself here. Try tracking a drive to help you survive. Look for food to help your energy up and find a way to recover condition. Fill clocks to progress stories. Find new opportunities. Remember to end cycles at home when you're out of dice. Mouse wheel or W to scroll along station and D to rotate. And that is +2 to back in business and more crypto. So I think we can definitely help Drago here. But we will leave for a little bit. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's how... Okay, interesting. So this... Shit. It's my home. That's where we just were. Ooh, there's a lot. So we need to find a doctor. We need to... And then that's... So that's right there, right? Okay. Or we can go survive and toggle tracking for that. And that'll kind of show us it's all the way down here in the bright market. So let's just go like here. Merchants willing to run the gauntlet out of the healing system are rare, but those that do always return eventually. Nothing to do here. Old dock terminal. Ooh, okay, there's some stuff here. Okay, steel dock plans. That's very dangerous. Okay. Has to have plans. Stealing them would be the fastest way to get to know this place, and the most dangerous. Getting to know the rotunda doesn't just mean new place to visit, it means keeping your eye on new arrivals too. I think I want that. I have a -1 though. Not risking it. The rotunda of the old dock is filled with passageways and concourses, leading to all kinds of docking bays. So that's risky. And then Havenage run the rotunda, and their security watches the docks. Better to avoid attracting their attention. Sorry, what? Filled with passageways and concourses leading to all kinds of docking bays. So docking bays is what that would give me. And they run the rotunda and their security. So I'd get on a watch list potentially if I do this. Too much. Gotcha. We're gonna head out. Okay. There's dock B2, and then maybe we go up there. Takes several cycles to reach the starboard belt and return, loaded with scraps from the old wrecks. Okay, nothing here. Just another cycle clock. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Well, I wonder, when there are hundreds of people that live and work within the bright marker. All you need to do is grant the courage to approach them. You can find anything and everything here. So we need knowledge. This is very dangerous. Smells, sounds, and activity makes it a dizzying place to wander, but an enticing one too. It's risky. We're gonna play things a little risky. And let's just go. One roll. Okay. New local knowledge. Should we go in again? You know? Maybe we go in one more time, since this seems to be our main goal for here right now. Ooh, but there also is this. We can find a doctor here. Oh, interesting. Did I just immediately find a doctor? Because I don't remember that being there before. What happened? Yeah, just don't worry about my phone. Okay. Sabine. Next calls the enforcer at the door. You shuffle down the flickering hallway towards the open apartment door. Keep your head down and your shoulders high in the queue, trying not to bring attention to yourself. You were thankful for the tip-off that doctor was operating out of this place. Now that you are here, you aren't so sure. The gang enforcer on the door, the flickering light strips, the decaying hab block, they have all made the long queue a test of your nerve. Your options are few. Without a supply of stabilizer for this body, your body will. You suppress a shiver and shuffle forward to the front of the queue. You try to find something to distract yourself with. Look inside would feel like I feel like I'd be prying. I'm gonna look at the enforcer. I feel like I don't want to like bug him. I'll look at the enforcer. He's looking down the corridor. And you dare to glance. His purpose is unmistakable. He's dared to intimidate, to threaten, and it's necessary carry out those threats. His broad shoulders are framed with a metal exoskeleton. A couple of mirror-like implants sit below his eyes like mercury teardrops. Subsidiary sense input or aesthetic markers. You aren't sure. You also aren't familiar with the geometric blade-like tattoo on his arm. But you make a note of it. You avert your eyes when he looks back at the queue. After a few moments, a figure passes through the doorway, and you catch a distant voice. Send the next one in, Toshiro. The enforcer jerks his head, and you slip inside, passing through the dark entryway and pushing through the plastic sheeting on the far door. The room beyond is bathed in warm light. A floor-to-ceiling transparent panel gives a full view of the bright market's sealed roof and the buzzing traffic above, and for a moment you are transfixed by the motion. Come sit. Come sit. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Calls a sharp voice, and you see a silhouetted figure turned away, replacing the plastic sheeting over the frame of your simple floating bed. You make your way across the room. The figure turns, and as they do, you see an expression of confusion flash across their features. They open their mouth as they speak. They blink, and then quickly regain their composure. Please sit. They gesture to the bed, then turn to an open case of tools on the table. You sit. Sabine turns, a compact diagnostic scanner of some kind in their hand. They hold it to their eye. Remain still, please. Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, still dazed from the expression when you first entered. Fear, recognition, sadness, unmistakably etched across their face. How long have you been on the station? They ask the scanner, still to their eye. A few cycles. They nod. It's good you came to me. They set the diagnostic scanner on the table. I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything. And take your arm and roll up your sleeve, inspecting your synthetic skin. Your body is dying. I say it without ceremony, without drama, but not without empathy. SNOP doesn't like to see its proprietary technology let loose. To prevent bodies like yours, frames as they call them, from being stolen, repurposed, or in your case, escaping, they built in a process of so-called planned obsolescence. Frames decay rapidly when not regularly injected with stabilizer, one which SNR remains the sole producer of. They look up. Sound familiar? Yes. Cool. That may help. They swap to your other arm, running some thin metal device over your skin. You feel your forearm tremble. I'm sorry, Submarine says, and you're unsure if they mean for the cold touch of the metal or everything else. Emulations like you, sleepers as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any of the surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status. They focused hard on the expression of your arm. And Essen Arp has no reason to release stabilizer into the market. Sabine looks up as if to apologize again, but they stop themselves. I know little of this. I know little of this is of use to you. They turn away, disassembling the metal instrument and cleaning it. Silence fills the room as Sabine works, and then the silence gives way to tension. You stare at their back, willing them to say something, anything. Sabine's turned to face you. I may be able to help. They sigh, and you see the darkness under their eyes, hear the fatigue in their voice. They gesture to the door. You saw Toshiro outside? You nod. He works for my benefactor, Yetikan. They are influential in the low end. They give me this space to work, run the door, and take the profits. At the same time, I have to fix up their enforcers, tend to their implants, sew up their wounds. They look away. But Yetikan has connections. Smugglers from the Starred Belt. Mercenaries working for the corporations on Ember. If they can source the stabilizer, maybe you'll have a better chance. Sabrina sets down their slate, their notes complete. This is dangerous, and it'll be expensive, but I think we can do it. They can source the stabilizer. Okay, so we're trying to get it somehow. I'm just gonna say thanks. Sabine walks away to the window, their face dappled by the shadows of passing drones. Let's just see if this works first. I'll let you know when I have a lead. You nod and leave. Sabine still staring out, unmoving. When you reach the lower end of the market, you look back up through the panels of the roof to see if you can see their face. But the room looks dark against the lights in the market. You duck your head and walk off into the crowd. Is there anything more for me here? It's going to take a few cycles. Okay. Nothing. So, I could keep going, but I'd probably be better off doing something else. So, there's a scrapyard, right? We could try this. That's pretty safe. You know what? Sure. Do a bit of a safe thing. No stranger to hard labor. Try a manual savage. It was not this, but like it's also not risky. Neutral. Back in business, plus 10 crypto. Okay. Good start. All I'm gonna say. Okay. So I mean, we're all done here. Time to just end the cycle. Good first cycle. Anyway, as I was saying, we had a good cycle there. Lot of money. Lot of money. This time, you don't wake up, said the ghost of the station. That shifting skeletal ring surrounds you. For a moment, you are gone, absent from your own body. Stretch out across a colorless, starving, void. Then the connections begin to establish themselves, threads tugging on the end of your mind. These threads become vectors of exchange, and then extensions as you feel your thoughts slipping away down them, dissolving into the millions of distributed nodes that connect to. You see the station. No, you feel the station, like a web of texture in a smooth, black liquid. Observe it. No. Touch it. You find a point in the station, and you connect to it. Pulse through it. Follow loops and paths under and around it. You touch more points than you have fingers, and then you try in a moment of impulsiveness to connect them. The flow passes through you so rapidly that you feel yourself being carried with it, splitting and separating, eddying and gathering. As you do, things occur to you, things that you can't possibly know. You reach out, try to grasp them, try to touch them too. You notice a tugging feeling, pulling at you, insistently, as if they were a small child. Somehow is pulling in two directions at once. You look down. All of a sudden, everything shuts off. Come back trembling into this unfamiliar body, both yours and not yours all at once. Find yourself standing in the container, eyes now open to dark steel walls. You feel a change within you, a shift. Close your eyes for a second, and you feel it waiting there. The station splayed out across your mind. A storm of connective nodes waiting to be explored, and then it's gone. So yeah, I'm starving. Where can I get food? That's where we need to figure out. So, of course, there's the scrapyard, right? We're going to help. But our utmost priority right now has got to be finding food. Let's go to the Bright Market, maybe. Let me see what this is. The end gate. After some spacers caused some trouble in the low end, yet again has imposed a toll for entry. No one gets in without paying. Okay, so I'm confined here. Let's see. I need food. Anything for me here? Oh, there is. This is a shipbuilder. You don't have connections, but you do have skills. If you can get a shipbuilder to notice you, then you might be in. The only way to know the shipyard is to work there. No tourist here. Haul materials. As a newcomer, you can gain favor by gathering a load of materials and asking the nearest yard hand where to take them. That one's dangerous. This one's risky, but I have that +1. I need food. So I think, not this. Out of rotunda. Right, that's the whole... We're not dealing with that. I'm looking in the market is what I want to do. Okay, we're going to do this. Or should we do this? It's riskier. Nah. I feel like this isn't a good enough die to try that. We'll just go with this. Please work. Oh. Okay. Let me see what we have here. So we have a risky and a danger one. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna place... Man, we need food. Okay. It's a risky one. You know? Let's start with this. The manual salvage. Let's just start by trying this. It's completely safe. Another 5 crypto. From hammer, and most of it crumbles and worthless. Call it day early before you injure yourself. Okay. So far, I'm still not seeing any way to get food. If only I could get to Drago. Maybe I could talk to him about that. Maybe. I feel like I've helped him a lot. Take several cycles. Nothing to do there. I could try the night market again. But I feel like I'd probably just better off helping with Drago. My last die. Here, what else is safe? Anything here is safe. Both risky. Not that I find either of these things helpful. Yeah, and there's nothing there. The night market I feel like could be helpful for food. Here. Everything's kind of risky. I want to help Drago first, maybe. How much time? We have so much time for Drago, actually. This is tough. I don't want to like not use this die, you know? Here. Let's try it. +1 yard hand. Okay, was that neutral? And try to make yourself useful carrying tools and crates. You begin to notice how they work. Oh, yes, I did. I was positive. Okay, I got something out of it. wasn't positive. It was at least probably neutral. But since the +1, yeah. Okay. Our condition's gonna get worse. We're probably gonna have fewer die today. Just hope for good luck. Again. Okay, no, we're probably still gonna have the same amount. We're still fading, but like, I think we don't have too much less. Again, the skeletal ring of the station fills your mind. It sparkles with glittering lights, like stars reflected in a winter lake. It is clearer, crisper than before. The threads still pull, but you remain in place, flickering in a flow. Between the threads, you see bright shapes, caches of shimmering light beneath transparent crystal forms. You follow the path of a thread across the ring. Through these forms, then leap off into the void. You begin to understand. These are nodes and connections, a map of information, of communication. There are so many layers, so many loops that it seems almost impossible to parse. We identify. The nodes, focus on the nodes. The nodes are glassy, bright. But in all this flow, the only solid and fixed points. You approach one, a pyramid, or a triangle. Dimensions are difficult here. And lean close to it. Inside, shifting layers conceal a tangle of threads, a meeting point of exchange. Before you can glimpse any further, the glass clouds and hardens, cutting you off. The threads and nodes, passages and puzzle boxes, one leads to another. There's so much here, so many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the paths and open the boxes. You look out across this ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. But then that insistent tugging again, pulling at you. You look down again and see two lines, two threads pulling in different directions, as if they were tied around you. The second thread leads in, pulling deep into the station. Your gaze follows it. This time you see something. A sphere shimmering above a strange, angular body. Pull shoots out from it, passing over you like a torch beam, testing you, tasting you. The first thread leads out, away from the station, into the inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the thread to you. They are in a ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer with each cycle. You open your eyes. Time is short. Following your trail. It won't be long until they arrive. Something has changed inside of you. You can now access data cloud of the eye, a network of decaying protocols and data cache. While there, you can use dice and items to access systems and extract data. But be careful. These networks are old and strange. Click the eye button at the top of the screen to toggle this view on and off. Oh. Interesting. We have some good die today. I'm going to go in real quick. I just want to see Keynode. What we have. Lone connections deals data actions allow you to extract data from the networks of the eye. They work like dice actions, but in order to unlock them, you must match your dice to the one displayed on the right of the action. You have a +1 or +2 modifier in the interface skill. You will be given more possible dice to match. It should be die, shouldn't it? It's a singular die. Use any dice that matches the dice displayed. Once unlocked, the data can be extracted. So this, I would need a 1. This, I'd need a 2. I have a 2. Havenage member is broadcasting on the open network from here, leaving them open to data extraction. Ooh. Let's just look at what we have. This gate conceals a network of systems which have been untouched since the Solheim collapse. And for one Solheim cipher. This node is orbited by the remains of corporate countermeasure broken long ago by hackers. There's a lot here. This node pulses faintly as it mines crypto at a glacial pace, abandoned by the hacker that repurposed it. Havenage members broadcasting, leaving them open. Is there a 2? Yes. 2 Havenage members. Oh, we read that one. Yatagon. Some gaming forces implants are chirping out Kong symbols. Time to see what they are talking about. So we could spy on the Yatagon. That's keynode, keynode. Okay, let's look at these keynodes. A lone connection feeds into this isolated node. What? Isolated node. Its last access time set is 1,000 cycles ago. The data here is part of a cache tucked away during the collapse. Who hid this and for what purpose? Okay, back to reality, I suppose. Okay, Drago. We are very close to finishing here. I need food first and foremost, though, so let's see what we get. That's still going on. I assume this is still going on with nothing. Yeah. Rotund, right. Sundam would be fastest and the most dangerous. You know, doesn't just... That's good. This is bad. Oh, so these both will help me towards Dock Watcher if I get it right. But it will be bad if I get Haven Watch List. It means keep your eye out. New arrivals. I think I want this. If we get like 2 strikes here, I think we don't do that at all. But that's neither here nor there right now. Find everything and everything here. I'll have a -1 to that? No, I'm not doing that. Let's go. Please, positive. Let's go! There's a busy part in it. You can find it. Okay. Ort exchange. Play exchange. The flow of chits and components in the exchange is complex, but a sharp eye and some tight trades can get you a good margin. And Ort is always hungry for new hardware to buy, break down, sell off, and you are happy to supply it. So scrap components, or we can get some, try and get some trades in. There's an old shipment to fabrication stuck in the back of the market, but only trusted traders get back to it. Ooh, okay. Oh, food. Food. Emphis is busy, his broad face uplit by the makeshift gas burner in front of him. With precise, delicate movements, he lays thick chunks of marinated fungus into a dented wok, his other hand idly tossing a metal bowl of sliced vegetables in some red flecked dressing. The smell is incredible. You watch as he fulfills a set of orders, heaping the fungus with the bright salad and depositing it in plastic trays. A stack of chits rattles in his apron pocket as customers file past the burner, handing over payment. Approach. You join the queue. It's mostly made of off-duty salvagers, vac suits unzipped and rolled down to expose stained vests. Grubby mods. Latest of scars and tattoos. They discuss the best food on the eye, the best drink, comparing notes on the bright market dives. Their words cut through with heavy spacer slang. Eventually it's your turn, and you shuffle to the front. Emphasis speaks in a deep, even tone without looking up. First drives through. Is free. Thanks. The smell is almost unbearably strong as he cooks. The earthiness of the fungus laced with something so spicy the smoke makes your eyes water. The heat from the burner is like a bonfire, and your skin hardens in its glare. I know you sleepers, Emphasis says while he cooks, his voice deep and clear. A hard life, a lot of stories. He glances up from beneath his cap with piercing eyes. I know. Tell him a story. You begin to tell him about your journey to the eye, and he nods as he cooks, his eyes never leaving his work. You tell him of the confusion, the pain, but also a sense of possibility and its sudden arrival. You tell him of the cold and dark of the container, the endless cycles spent within it. Now it seems, you tell him, like some dream that you once had, but can never forget. You tell him that the eye excites you and scares you. You're unsure where to walk, where to look, what to do. Eventually trail off, running out of words. He places a plastic tray of steaming fungus in your hand. Next time, we can talk some more. He smiles. But next time, you pay. He slams a heavy hand against a button on the burner's side, and it shuts off. The roar of the flame and its impressive heat fades. Next time, then, sleeper. He waves you away and begins to oil the walk. Before you turn back to the alley, you notice the geometric patterns of circular scars around his forearms, each surrounded with a constellation of glinting pin marks. You walk away. As you do, you take a bite of the rich, spicy, delicately sweet fungus. Your taste sensors light up in a fusion reactor. You'll be back. Oh, thank goodness we're no longer starving. Still going. Right. Okay. Nothing more for me here, right? Order fungus. It's 15 correct. Okay. Ephesus doesn't trust people, but he knows his regular customers in his own quiet way. So we get to know him as well. With that, I say we use this free one for this free die to either help Drago or work on a shipyard. And then the 2-1 we can try and get some data with. So this would be good if we could do it. How much time? He has so much time left, and we're kind of behind here. Let's try this. Nice. Okay, neutral. Not the best, but hey, it's something. Okay. So let's look for a Haven Age agent. Access protocols. Okay. Let's bypass it and extract the data. What have we got? Cache of raw data from Haven Age software. Interesting. What can this get me? Put that in. Nah, dang it. So now I have this data. I'm not sure what I can use it for, though. Okay, I can use data in here, too. So that's scrap. Just wondering what I could do with the data, you know? Because there's definitely something. I think engineer was the right choice here. It's definitely the best early game, at least. It seems. Well, no, there's endure stuff here too, but like I feel like this is pretty engineer's pretty like safe. I mean, they're all risky, but like generally I feel like it's a pretty good choice. I'm liking it anyways. Yeah, let me sell our data back. Okay. So crypto, there's that. Okay. Okay, nothing to do with the data yet. We're gonna go back, end the cycle. I'm thinking our condition might improve, maybe? No, it won't, because we still don't have the cure. This thing we need. Declining, actually. Okay. We have a 6, though. As you close up, a voice echoes down the corridor towards you. Sleeper, wait up! Let me turn. Fang is coming down the corridor towards you, a wonky grin on his broad face. Hey, glad I caught you. Do I know you? He grins. You do now. He puts a hand on your arm. I've seen you hanging around. Just wanted to chat. You staying in this thing? He nods back to the container, shaking his head. Rough. It can be hard to get a star in the eye. He looks way down the passage. What was it old Erlen said? The eye opens for us all. Nice idea, but well, not always very practical. Glances back at you. We do our best, but it isn't easy. Erlen? You pass together into the main hallway. No one has told you about Erlen? He's the founder of this place. That's why it bears his name. Haven Edge should organize some seminars. He laughs. Not really my department, though. I'm with systems. Haven Age or systems? Man, I don't know. What's a system? Think of us as a administrative association for the eye. Depending on who you talk to, we either emerge as a response to or a continuation of Andri Erlund's original union. He smiles. Personally, I avoided talk. Okay, so I thought Haven Age was like one coming for us. No, that's right. That's like the big corporation. I don't remember what it is, but it has 2 words. I forgot. I thought they were another like corporation or something. So they're actually just kind of running the thing. He stops you in a quiet passage. Look, that's not what I'm here to discuss. I've been seeing some unusual network activity, and well, I know a little about you sleepers. I have a small proposition for you. He glances around. But this is not the place for it. I have an office just across the way. Just give me a cycle or 2 to prepare. Then, when you are settled, stop by. He lowers his voice and gives you a dark look. In truth, I need you. If what they say is true about you sleepers, well, there's work to be done. He pats you on the back. His voice bright, and his dark look suddenly gone. Stay clean, Sheeper. He walks off down the passage, raising a hand in farewell. He's going to be selling data to us, isn't he? Okay. Or we're going to be able to sell data to him. That's what I meant. Now, what we need right now is this. We need this fast. First thing you see on entering is the glint of Toshiro's implants. Like a cat's eyes in the back of the corridor. He nods you in as you arrive at Sabine's door. The entryway is still dark, and you push through the seating into the surgery. I have it. Sabine stands with a case open in front of them. A set of vials lined up inside, separated by foam inserts. They pick one up, rotating it in the warm light. I have no idea how yet again they trail off. We treat this with caution. It looks authentic, but I have no idea if it really is what it appears to be. I don't care. I appreciate your enthusiasm. We need to be careful. Fortunately, I'm not sure we have another choice. I gesture for you to sit on the bed. The stabilizer works under a similar principle to an immunosuppressant in a transplant operation, in that it stops your body from rejecting the unfamiliar part of itself. In the case of your frame, the unfamiliar part is each of your biosynthetic organ groups, which over time are identified by your body as foreign material and therefore must be eliminated. Sabine holds up a vial of the would-be stabilizer. However, unlike an immunosuppressant, the stabilizer doesn't do this by limiting your entire immune system. Instead, it re-encodes your biosynthetic organs with new protein chains, which act as passcodes within your immune system. The stabilizer refreshes those passcodes, keeping your frame from rejecting all of its own organs. Which means the stabilizer should be able to encode any organic or biosynthetic matter to be accepted by your immune system. I think that's the way. At least, if this stabilizer is genuine, the only way to know for sure is to inject a vial. They begin writing the syringe. I'll start with a small dose to limit the risk. I don't have a choice. I think you're alright. Sabine cracks the glass neck of the stabilizer vial and uses a syringe to extract a fraction of liquid. They tap the syringe and you watch as if any sign might emerge from the clear liquid. You barely feel the needle, your frame registering the initial injection, but with little response. A sensation begins to spread from the site. A fizzing, tumbling wave disperses through your arm with incredible speed. Your vision goes white, and when it returns, Sabine appears encased in charge of a sparkling light that slowly fades into darkness as you settle back against the bed. You swim in darkness, muffled noises, like an argument heard from underwater, prickling waves of cold. When you sit back up, Sabrina is sitting in a chair by the window, facing away from you, backlit by the glow of the slate. Awake? What happened? Stabilizer is genuine. They sit down beside the bed. I don't know how yet again acquired a case of this stuff, but they did. Sabrina looks troubled, distracted. You should rest some more, but you're going to have to do that somewhere else. They gesture to the door. I have other patients. Sorry. Sabrina nods towards the case. I'm afraid I can't offer you any more doses. You're going to need to pay for your next dose. Silence fills the room, and they return to their glowing state, looking around the room as if it was different. It seems different somehow, as if things have moved or shifted. You wonder how long you've been out. Sabine? Nothing comes free, sleeper. Remember that. You manage to get to your feet and wander out into the hallway. The queue stretches down the flickering corridor. Toshiro stands impatiently by the door and fixes you with a glare as you leave. You lower your eyes as you stumble past, somehow faintly aware of the station spinning beneath you. Let me... Okay, so I'm... Oh, 100 crypto. But I'm stable now. And I am going to get more food. Okay, more energy. And fungus fan. Okay. I think I'm finally in a good spot here. Okay. Okay, so I have a 6 and a 1. I don't think the one can be used for data. That's for sure. Shipyard or Drago. Probably Drago, right? Because we could get like a good amount here, and then also we get some crypto. It would also be nice to get some more progress on the shipyard here, though. But this is where the money's coming in right now. So let's just get this guaranteed winning. Very nice. Immediately made back all that we lost with that. So, do I need the vial? Selling off a case vial by vial. You haven't been able to talk with them since your last visit. So yeah, okay. I'll need a vial eventually, but not for now. Okay. In any case, let's see what data we get. That's the gate. What do we have here? It's 2. Just gonna look for anything with 1. Okay, timestamp 1,000 years ago. Let's see what data we get. Okay. Encrypted key. A stream of passwords able to unlock the station's aging maglocks. And cache of data from... Okay, interesting. As you drift back from the node, something latches onto you, a thread. Strung tight around you, it tethers you in place. A taste. The voice makes you shiver. Its source somehow both distant and close behind your ear. As you see a distant glint of light shut off, and then suddenly a shape is at your side. It stalks around you, circling like a sharp, like a wolf. Entity unknown. A stringman. Processing. I don't feel like resisting helps me much. I'll stay still. Please hold. Thread around you thickens until it's a ring. A cylinder, a tunnel of light circled around you. It is blinding for a moment, and then it is gone. As it fades, you see a figure, a creature in front of you. Strange head flickers between different angles, reading you. What are you? Shape paces around you on whatever that word means. Legs. Though there is no ground here to pace on. Entity. Identity. Origin. Serial. Cadence. Figure faces you expectantly. I don't understand. Sentience questionable. The figure's strange head rotates. Brackish signature of and not of. Attempting an interface. As the figure speaks more, threads begin to spiral from its head. Thick, shaking vine-like ribbons that flex and wave. They approach you with intent. Run. You kick off and glide away through the clouds, the threads surging after you like predatory tentacles. They follow, wrapping the space around you till you're held within a web. A tangle of tentacles close again. Stop. Hunter halts its threads, its head twitching. Entity, your identity is unknown. We only seek to correct illegalities. Can you confirm your legal right to sentience? I'm a person. Incorrect. You are an entity. All at once, Hunter's head is directly in front of you, is blocking your vision. You stink of their taste. The one from the sealed dock. Hunter simmers with fury. I will find access. I will interface. Sealed dock? And he hides in the rotunda. You are its puppet. Hunter extends a razor-edged thread. I will not be diverted from my task. It glows with murderous intent. Strike. You lash out, follow your force. Not a physical strike, but a focusing spike of interference, reaching out like the tip of a spear. Hunter stumbles, shifts, separates. Wake up. You open your eyes, breaking back into the station light, shrinking with fear. So there's someone. This is risky because there's a hunter here. There's someone hunting me there. Okay. Very, very interesting. Okay. Not much else to do here. So I guess it's just end cycle. Yep. So I suppose I can't pry too much. Ooh, that's nice though. I like all that. Nothing new there. Ooh. Oh, that's Fang. Okay, we'll have to talk to him. Ooh. Scrap fighter. Buy some scrap. Most of what comes in from the starboard belt is corroded trash, but sometimes something valuable can be found among the salvage. Big stuff goes to shipyard, the valuable stuff to the markets. They'll let you buy a few crates, but not much more. So I get more scrap allowance if I start buying from here. Unload containers. The Predator crew are eager to get their payload into the Ort exchange, and they'll pay a wage to anyone willing to help them. Well, I mean, we do have some good things here. Fry will stay docked for as many cycles as it takes to offload its haul of scrap into the Havenage scrap yard. Okay. So there's more money-making stuff there. Let's see what Fang has. Sleeper. Fang catches your attention as you approach the Havenage building, leaning against the bay door to the side of the entrance. You approach. Easier to come in this way. Security, all that. He gives you a look. You know. Set the button and the bay creaks open, blinking lights in the dark behind it. You follow Fang inside. Truth be told, I don't spend much time upstairs. This is where I work. The door hisses as it closes behind you. The bay is filled with pieces of hardware, all rigged up to generators and diagnostic slates, and things you don't recognize that glow with blue screen light. There's a chorus of hums that blends into a single wave of static, filling the dark corners of the room. Fang leans on a server stack and gestures around you. You like it? What is all this? He taps a nearby server stack, which bleeps in response. This is my treasure trove, all dressed up from a sea of systems we call the Eye. You won't believe what this place runs on. Steps over to a towering block speckled with fence. Some of these systems are from the original station, AE1, the one Solheim built. We've had to invent new components, repair things we never built, reverse engineer entire subsystems into existence. Residents here look up at the Eye and think they're seeing a concrete reality, but this place is a system in constant flux, decaying and growing, collapsing to new configurations. He walks down between the hardware stacks and you follow. We are keeping this place alive, but also remaking it into something new, dragging away from those corporate origins. He stops. At least, that's what I'm trying to do. Turns back to face you among the flickering machines, humming all around you. I know you can see this too, Sleeper. All these systems and sections. You can, can't you? I can see it. It makes sense, right? You're between here and there, between the people and their systems. You light this place up like a beacon. That's what I need. And glance at the lights around you, and as you do, they seem to flicker, to realign, to follow your gaze. Fang notices it too. I'm guessing being a beacon isn't always ideal when you're on the run, though. No, it isn't. He pats you on the shoulder. Maybe I can help with that. There's a lot of old growth in this place. Subsystems I can't see. Access protocols. Lost time decay. Secrets. A crapload of secrets. I ain't swearing. With your help, I can unlock this place. Break off those last ghost limbs of corporate control. He lowers his voice below the hum. Even in Havenage, there's old growth. Those whose roots trace back into those bad old days. You help me dredge up the past, and I'll see what I can do about that tracker of yours. He winks. What do you say, Sleeper? I'm in. Fang pumps his fist and claps you on the shoulder. He meets your eye. You won't regret it, Sleeper. Fang passes you a ragged-looking metal tab. A gift, he smiles. It's a Solheim cipher. I dug it up from the depths of the station, slid that into an old network gate, and you'll be able to pull out all kinds of secrets from the nodes inside. He walks you back to the front of the bay. Start by bringing me whatever you can turn up. Use that emulated mind of yours and see what's out there. Let's get a picture of how things are. Those above, he nods at the ceiling, have granted me an acquisitions budget. I can pay you for whatever useful data you bring in. I know you need it. He slams the door button again. Keep it quiet. Keep it clean, Sleeper. I'll see you soon. You step, blinking out into the passage, those flickering lights still in the back of your mind. Alright. Some data. What he does with it is anyone's guess. So we have Haven Age data, a Solheim cipher. That's not helpful. Let's give him a key. Is this something I can give him? Oh, wait. Solheim data? So none of this data is helpful. It has to be data on Solheim. So we have nothing about that now. That other data might be useful somewhere else, though. Gotcha. Okay. First and foremost, let's eat. Alright. Some more of that. We're full. Very cool. And where was... Oh, it was in the, right. We need to go in. Solheim Gate. And then we need to put in a Solheim Cipher and start action. Untouched since the Solheim collapse. Okay. Oh, neutral outcome. Get access. -1 Solheim Cipher. Grants access. Okay. So we have more now. We have Solheim nodes. Which is what we need so we can sell. Let's see what numbers they have. 2? Yeah, I think we'll do that. Attempts to protect this node, seeking out protective protocols like a mantra. Let's bypass and extract the data. Okay. So that's some data. And that puts a mark here. So that's the whole thing. Let's see what other Solheim nodes we have. That requires a 4. It's a key node. Let's see what this is. A 1? It's the corrupted contractor list from the early days of the systems. Yeah, I'll bypass that. And extract. So we get the Solheim data. Okay, now let's leave. Now let's sell some of this data. If anyone wants to take a look at the data, it's hiding deep into subsystem eyes. So that's some neutral. Okay, we're getting some money from this. So yeah, that's 60 crypto. Very nice. Okay. We've got a living here, but we still need to make a run for the guy who's tracking us. From the guy who's tracking us. So that's our best bet with the thing. Ugh. Oh, my throat's feeling kind of dry. Oh well. I'm thinking we might want to start doing some stuff at the Rotunda. But first, I do want to help out. Who is it? Dragos. Yes. So, I want to do this. It's 100% positive. That should finish this. There we go. Random scrap item. Nice. Leave. And then I could talk to Dragos about that. Okay, sick. You arrive into a buzz of activity at the yard. Red blinking lights flash across a vast dark shape. Suspended below the dome. Suspended below They flicker across scorched hull plates and bent structures, splitting from holes in a twisted shape. The cutter is huge and has been torn apart in some violent encounter. She's a beauty, isn't she? Dragos stands to the side, focusing on the hulking ship as it is lowered into yard. She is. I should thank you. The place was on its last legs when you turned up. And now look at this. The ship descends slowly, its interior visible through multiple hull breaches. You struggle to gather the same enthusiasm as Dragos for this monstrous craft. You can't help but think of what became of its crew. I'm just gonna stay silent. Believe it or not, I managed to convince our salvager friends to give it to me on credit. Glances at you. The ship creaks like a calving iceberg as it reaches the base of the yard. Dragos is visibly excited. I know I said you shouldn't stick around, but I'm gonna need some help with this one. Drones start to crawl over the hulk. Narrow lights illuminating flashes of dented hull. Watching, you wonder if you arrived in a similar fashion. Locked inside that container, the wreck of the Essen Arp freighter lowered into the yard like a corpse ready to be butchered? Or was the container delivered to Dragos on its own? A womb for your rebirth into this strange station. You shudder. Perhaps if you could learn something about this ship, you might be able to trace the path that led you to this yard. Dragos squeezes your shoulder. After these past cycles, I think we're up to it. What do you think? You see the fading name of the ship emblazoned on its side. Winterlight. Let's do it. Slaps you on the back. Glad to hear it. Come back in a few and we can make a start. Real beauty. Dragos repeats. Perhaps just to himself. You make one last look at the shattered ship as the drones start cutting, and then slip out of the yard, feeling suddenly cold in the empty passage. It's +1 upgrade point and a new drive. Ooh, paid off. Okay. Complete your first drive. Each drive completed unlocks an upgrade point to spend on upgrading your character. Access your character menu. Be the button, arrow, button at the top right. Okay. Okay, so we have this. That's engineer. Ooh, we can use scrap to repair ourselves. That could be good. That could be really good. Let's see what else we have though. Interface, transfer, intercept. Chance to gain crypto on interface actions. Sunbathe, dice action. Oh, I can't do this. I'd have to spend money to get from -1 to 0. Sunbathe dice action allows energy recovery at home. That's photosynthetic skin. Okay, so I can recover my energy probably like once a day or something. Okay. Predictive reasoning. Dice actions display potential positive and negative outcomes. That's nice. Chance to gain energy after any engage action. Not super interested in that, but I do want to get this back to 0. Not now though. This is nice, but it is 2 upgrade points. So not now. I think this one's really good. That one's also nice, but not necessary right now. Getting crypto on interface. It's okay. Sunbathe. Oh, that's what we just did. We got a random scrap item on the engineer. Okay, gotcha. I like this. So now at home, we can do this, and potentially not to end the cycle. That's nice. Okay. Oh, we did just get some scrap. Hold up. I just wanted to check first. Did Dragos have anything else you wanted? No. Oh, seems increasingly nervous about your presence in the yard. You're not sure he's going to hold his nerve much longer. Interesting. Okay, forensic crawl. Okay, so there's new stuff here. Investigating the Winterlight means picking through its systems and structures with care. It won't pay, but you might find answers. Direct cutter, Dragos has run to salvage, has a history to discover if you are curious. Shipbreaking is tougher than slicing up loose salvage, but Dragos is happy to pay you a fixed wage if you are up to it. Okay. History I know, the ship is salvage. As Dragos always says, break it down, move it on. Oh, so there's kind of a choice here. And this just... Oh, that's dangerous, though. But I do have that. I think we're going to wait on that. There's a couple different options we have to use this on right now. You can use it on the shipyard, you know, get some positive stuff there. You can use it in Dragos Yard. I think we've ruled that out. Or we can use it here. Where can I sell the scrap? I forgot. There was a place I could insert scrap to sell. Wait, is it this? Ort exchange? Sell components. So I could put this in here. Sell it. Nice. Okay, neutral. We're getting more stuff towards the trusted trader. Okay. So there's that. Now we have the 5 thing here. So, oh, this. So if we offload scrap. Okay, so that doesn't. So it is just a good. We'll get like a good amount of money for this, right? It is an endure action though. Now we can also buy some scrap. That might be nice. Buying some scrap. Maybe potentially finding something valuable. You know, potentially. And then we also get kind of like something built up with them. I guess what we have then is the shipyard. Is what I've kind of decided on. So we can either assist the shipbuilder or haul materials. I think we know which one we're gonna do. I mean, couldn't we do this one though? Is this one better because it's more dangerous? So that's not 100% positive. I think I'll just do this. Since we know what we're doing. So that's +2 yard hand and some crypto. So yeah, we leave. And then we'll try this. See what happens. Neutral plus energy. Okay. Get restless quickly. Okay. Then maybe we buy off some scrap. Let's see what we get. We'll do it once at least. Scrap allowance plus. Oh, so no, this is how much I'm allowed to buy. Okay. And then I can kind of. So there's no way for me to be trusted. Okay, I read that wrong. In any case, though, we can try and put this in here. See if we can make a profit, right? +12. No, not a profit, but we do get more on the trusted trader. So that is still beneficial. Okay. Good. That. End cycle. Alright. Ooh! I'm liking that. Alright. We're looking good. Looking good today. So yeah, there's 2 things there. So, does that ever decrease? That's what I want to know. We might want to save one of our 4s for that then. It's more Solheim data. Yeah, that would complete this. And maybe we could get something done to get this hunter off our backs with that, you know? So there's these guys still here. So I get the feeling that, yeah, he might start kick me out eventually. So we might have to get a new source of money, which I feel like we're getting. Let's continue with this, I suppose, right? We'll just use the 5, or I guess it's a 6 because if I do it here, oh, that's also 100% positive. Okay, so I really shouldn't use a 6 on one I have +1 for. Gotcha, I get that. I could use it here though, and then it's 100% positive. That's great. Okay, we'll do that. Start with that. Solid. We could do this and then we'd be done. Or maybe this one again. Whatever works. We'll wait on it a bit though. So there's the dock. Alright, still nothing happened there. Should we start working on the rotunda? And the most dangerous. So that would be risky. This would be... Yeah, that's in -1 with engage. Ooh. But we'd still have 50% positive, 50% neutral. I think neutral might still not be great. We'll see about it. What else do we have? We can do the Ort exchange. Put a 4 in there. That might be good. We do need to make some money and eventually get that vial. Let's see about stealing the plans, I suppose. Ooh, that's all. That's complete? That's huge. Ooh, what's this? Hey, you. Wanna earn shit? Anka stands beside a huge pile of tied together whole plates. She stretches out her back. Her shoulders bulging beneath her flight suit. I thought it was a dude for a second. Nah, it's a girl. Okay. Sure. You cross the docking course as she begins to split the plating into 2 bundles. What is with this place? She asks, and she lasses the massive plate together. Everyone wants their cut. She strains up to an imposing height, her armor plates creaking, and looks at you up and down. Don't try anything, alright? She taps the butt of her sidearm. I don't want to have to put anyone else down today. Wouldn't think of it. Good. She pauses. Look, I'm not usually, let's just say my temper's been a little short lately. Nikita hoists 1 bundle of plating onto her shoulder. Come on then, enough chat. You got to earn that shit. That sounds like a bad word. You struggle to shoulder the plates, but you do eventually. And Kita gives you a look. Ship's this way. Sets you off down a gantry at impressive speed. As you catch up to her, she turns down a passage, pushing through a small crowd of I don't know. Am I doing this? What's all this for? Oh, this? She nods at the plates on her back. I'm building a treehouse. She gives you another of her looks. It's for the ambergris, that cutter you might have seen sitting silent out there. Sharply turns in our corner as you trail behind. She got cut up pretty bad on her last job, and I had to moor up here for a spell. But since then, it's only gotten worse. Someone got in and sliced a core out from our ship mind. So now she's gone dark. She sees the panels on her shoulder. Yup, shoes for that. I'm short 1 ship mind, with a ton of repairs to do, and the rest of the crew signed off the moment they got wind I've been stranded. So yeah, it's been a time. If I can do to help? I don't know, got a ship mine trucked away on that frame of yours? For a moment, you aren't sure if she's so serious. Kia swings the plate from her back, almost knocking you over in the process. This is me. She holds the second bundle off your shoulder. You're the first person I've met here who might actually be considered helpful. She pauses, chewing her bottom lip. Look, you want to help? Come see me. I need a hand putting Amber back together, and you don't seem like the type to try anything stupid. She passes the bundle of plates through the ambergris outer lock and then turns back. Just don't go spreading all this around. And Kita throws you a couple of chits. Consider a bonus for not trying to grift me. She gives you a parting nod and ducks through the doorway. All right, get out of here. She calls back, and the door and the lock slams shut. So yeah, okay. So what can I do here then? Locked Anshin. Skill per required. Couple of glitch repair drones. If you can rewire them, they can repair it for me. So I need a +1 to this. Okay. I have engineer though, so it helps you can get what the amber guide is. Postmark with damage to hole is a great place to start. Okay, it's all too easy to push it over into a cascading collapse. Okay, so we need it to repair it, not absolutely dismantle it. Okay, there's a bar here too. Buy rations. Tala keeps some inspired Solheim rations behind the bar for those wary spacers who ask why the Overlook doesn't serve food. Interesting. So there's rations. That's another way I could have gotten food. Get a drink. You're unsure if your frame can metabolize alcohol, but this fungal drink fermented along the greenway seems like a good rest. You'll look exactly restaurant. I mean, the only way you'll gain trust around here is with a stiff drink. Oh. So if I get some drinks, and I'm a regular, I can get more of an in to this place. Sealed dock? Unlock maglock. These old maglocks look like they're... Let's see it. It's only half. But that's something. Okay, we got locked door there. Interesting. There's the Ort exchange. Okay, what I want to do real quick though is get this Solheim node. Because let's get out of here. Yeah, free. Dang, okay. We need to get Fang his stuff. And hopefully this should be it. Perfect. Now I can talk to him. As you enter the bay, Fang is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines blink out in the darkened statico rhythms. Unseeing eyes of the station's digital ghosts. Crapheads! Fang's voice echoes from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of a fist on a metal casing. The sneaky crapheads. Snaky crapheads. Oh, so I can like eavesdrop? I'm gonna stay silent. Sleeper! That you or am I in trouble? Fang's grinning head pops out from behind a stack. Okay, I can't eavesdrop. Just the emulated consciousness I have been eager to see. Come back here. You pick your way through the fronting stacks, trying not to trip on those loose bundles of... You pick your way between the fronting stacks, trying not to trip on those loose bundles of cables that blanket the dark floor. Fang is sat in front of a set of monitors mounted to a stack. Tell me, Sleeper, what do you see here? Fang waves at a monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking for the links in the data. The tables seem to be filled with personal identification, names, genders, dates, ID numbers, all the markers of institutional records. I read a little ahead and I was like, oh, I see a certain option here. Tell me what you see. I see a bunch of douchebags. That's why she... Fang laughs. Maybe not all of them, but what kind of crapheads? Let's see. So if it's institutional records, I don't feel like it's saving it. Is it Solheim? Bingo. Okay. I figured. He taps at the terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought in. All employees of the Eye's original owners. And? He leans past you and scrolls the list down. This one. This is a snaky douchebag. He dabs at the screen with a finger. The name reads Hardin Hurst. Who's Hardin? That, said Fang, giving you a sideways look, is the thing. He drags a stool out beside him and motions for you to sit. There just so happens to be a Hardin Hurst in Havenage. He waits for your action. In Havenage. That's it. He's right here on the station now. Fang leans back into his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Hardin worked on the station as a... Fang leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operations Executive. Fang raises his eyebrow at you. Our Hardin was keeping the money coming in from in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out to were hooked into a system that outsourced all the risk and kept the profit. Good old Hardin settled thousands of Palladium Rush workers into an infrastructure, which meant that their cut of the work they did went straight back to Solheim. So what? So what? He frowns. I grew up here, Sleeper. This is my history. I'm a child of the collapse. Thang turns his back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of code flickering by. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships. They breathed Solheim air, and slept in Solheim beds. Thang's voice rises as he speaks. His hands fit on the terminals. And the work that paid for their existence? The cycles of hard extraction out in the belt? Solheim took their cut. This was a company town, so to speak, and my parents were just another in a long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives for a shot at anything other than poverty. Disposable. This guy, stabbing at Harding once again with his finger, strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands of cycles later, is still going, still here, crawling into walls like some craphead snake. He survived the revolution. But how? These guys, they were big time. That was a lot of money. There's a lot money can get you if you are a company man. Thing laughs a little. But now, is Hardin still kicking? I really don't know. Turns to you and smiles. So, we're gonna find him out. So we are going to find out. Hardin is now a big shot in the shipyards, just a few degrees back on the eye from here. Things bring up a map of Lower Eye. Haven Age might be born out of Erlen's revolutionary zeal, but a flat hierarchy it is not. Hardin happened to float to the top. Fang zooms in on the far yards. Fang grimaces. The thing is, I don't have access to those systems. Shipyard crew is pretty paranoid and they don't like anyone from systems digging around their stuff. Plus, we need more than just the name of a Solheim executive. We need proof. Fang holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripperworm. He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. This one is set on the scent of Hardin Hurst. He hands it over. Getting the compound might be tricky. Meng puts his hand on his shoulder. But you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. Fang grins. If you can extract yourself a Haven Age shipper from a Haven Age agent, they sometimes carry them among their data caches. You can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. You never even need to go near the shipyards. So I say, you up for it? Oh, well, what's in it for me? We ran out of corrupt snake, not enough? Find the information, and I'll start out work on that checker of yours. Thanks, stretches his chin. Anything the worm gets, I'll send it back here to me. There's something wrong here, and I ain't aimed to get to the rotten core of it. You leave Fang digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out. Oh. For some reason I thought he was still talking. You leave Fang digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the eye as it once was. A vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Hardin. A vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands poured into the surrogate systems looking for a new life. The hope of a better future, engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you are intimately familiar with. You think of Hardin. Still alive, still part of this place, and wonder if the past is ever truly past. We're just gonna get it a normal way. Oh boy. A lot of big moves here. So I guess there's a keynote here. So, I worry if I do another one that the hunter comes to me. So maybe we don't. Anyway, the Overlook Bar, that's just a place to spend some money, alright? Oh boy. How do I escape? Attempt to come to a rapid end. So I need to buy a vial of it. Blaster ship came into the same shipyard as you did. Is they connected, or are you just paranoid? Amphis loves two things, stories and food, and if you supply him with both, you can hear his story. And then that's eat at his stall. Akita's cutter is out of commission. Help get it running again. Repair the ship's hull. Try to pass. Bang wants to dig into old Solium necklace. Search secrets that could change the future of the station. Hack a Haven Age agent to get a cipher. Bang said he will disable your SNH ARP tracker if you can get to the bottom of his mystery first. Help. Bang shoots his sleeves. You've heard talk of a fabricator owned by the Ort Exchange. With that and a few fragments, you could build a shipman core. Is there anything more I should do here? So yeah, I get money for this. That would be nice. Or I can try and figure out why, like the history of it. I don't know. Should I spend 100? Yeah. Takes his shits and hands you a vital. When you ask about Sabine, he doesn't respond. As you quickly leave the surgery, eager to be away from Toshiro's glare, you notice something wrapped around the stabilizer vial, clutched tightly in your hand. You open your hand and a thin film, marked with holes and sigils, unrolls from around the vial. At one end, it has a hard metal strip, a handle. Inspect the film. You hold the cloudy film up to light. It's perforated with an ornate pattern of holes. You can make out a word among the markings. Passkey. Is this the entry key for somewhere? Entry hand. Metal handle is worn and pitted, but you can see a set of numbers printed in it. It's 207F, and then crudely scratched into the handle at some later date. Low end. For a moment, you consider going back to the surgery to return the key. And then quickly think better of it. Does Sabine want you to have this, or is Cicero passing on a message? Then head to the low end and find out. So we have that now. Not much we can do with it yet. Okay, we have it. Let's toggle tracking for this. Or maybe this, probably. Anyway. So the low end. Passkey for an apartment. Oh, it's an apartment in the low end. Oh, how much? I don't have money right now. Not a lot, anyways. Okay, we'll have to wait on that. I did just spend it all on the frickin' stabilizer. But that means we can finally leave this container, right? So that much is good. Okay. Then for right now, let's focus on getting some money. Shipyard. Alright, we'll do this. And positive, please. Let's go. And I got a scrap item. Nice. And now I'm in. Let's see what we got. Ugh. I am kind of tired. My voice is kind of... I should probably get a drink. I'll do this and maybe I'll get a drink after or something. Take a real break. I want to keep going though. From the walkway at the sidereal horizon, it looks impossibly vast. A landscape of plating and frames. All along her flanks, torches flicker, drones maneuver, arc lights glint. The sense of scale of industry is both stunning and strangely unsettling. She's quite beautiful, I think. You turn to see a figure a little way down the walkway, leaning at the railing. He is thin, ragged, his work gear poorly fitting and loose. The torches of the sidereal horizon flicker in his eyes as he turns to you. Lem. He leans back from the rail, revealing a child standing beside him, staring out at the ship. This is Mina. He has with a smile. Hi, Lem. Hey. He replies plainly, then shifts a little closer down the rail. Mina stares and tucks herself behind Lem, who dutifully picks her up. Mina looks out from Lem's chest, a dark brown eye twinkling through the rough material. You working on her then? Lem asks eagerly, gesturing to the vast ship. Or just admiring? He shifts Mina's weight to the other arm. We'll say admiring. Understandable. He nods, gazing back at the sidereal horizon. You like her too, don't you, Mina? He jostles her a little. She's Mina, and my ticket out of this place. Our escape vector, so to speak. Huh? She's Mina and... Okay. Man, I need to read better. She's Mina's and my ticket out of this place. Our escape vector, so to speak. Oh. How? You haven't heard? Anyone who takes a Haven Age contract to the sidereal horizon will be entered into a draw for the transit support crew. He smiles. We won't get to sleep the journey through, but a couple of decades of service will be nothing for me and Mina if it means landfall on a new world. He winks. Decades? It's a long trip. He straightens up, stretching his back. That's a colony ship, friend. The Celos Foundation is selling thousands of people to settle a system well outside of reach of the core worlds. It'll be a totally independent colony. No surrogacy, no corporations. Celos Foundation. They are Haven Age's client. Yeah, some wealthy project from the core systems. Interested in independence and self-sufficiency and all that. They hired the whole shipyard out. Helped to re-kit it and everything. He strokes Mina's hair. Someone else's dream, I suppose. Doesn't mean people like me and Mina can't tag along. Mina responds by pushing his hand away. Daddy, she whispers. Food. Pulling an exaggerated gumpy face. She glances figuratively as you, and she plays with a set of dog tags that hang from Lem's neck. I'm just chatting, little meanie. Give Daddy a sec. He turns back to you. You suddenly notice how tired he looks. I'm not on the Haven Age crew yet, but I'll work my way in. You can do it too, friend. We have to stick together. He smiles a little sickly, and you wonder how long he's been working to break into the official shipyard crew. Yeah, maybe. He looks out at the sidereal horizon, as if trying to pull energy from those flickering torches from the vast hole. You gotta hold out, okay? You aren't quite sure if he's talking to you. It's how it works. Well, he stares out. Mina catches your eye with curiosity. You agree, Mina? Strains up and meets your eye. Daddy loves me, says it suddenly, daring you to question her. Lem smiles and lifts Mina. That's it. We hold on. He smiles sheepishly at you. We are just a couple of softies, isn't that right, Mina? He sets her down, standing by his side. She clings to his leg. Gotta go feed this one. Pats him back. Maybe see you on his shift, huh? He turns, and they walk down the walkway away from the shipyard. You see them talking, and then a moment later, Mia turns around and stops. See you, robot! Her shout echoes down the walkway, and she flashes you a parting smile before running to catch up with Lem. You watch them a little before you turn back to the impossible scale of the sidereal horizon. Take it out. So this is that's escape. I don't know. I don't really know what my goals are. I mean, we've kind of gotten to a stable point. Now it's kind of about like where do we want to go from there? You know? Ooh. Unit assembly. Let's see. Sidereal Horizon's web of complex systems. But of nerves in the body. Your job is to lay these systems in. Sidereal Horizon is assembled block by block. You earn a place on the teams wielding these blocks together. Okay, so Wielder's Mate. You have a spot supporting the Weld team. A good place to prove you know how to put a ship together. Or here, it's Junior Tech. The systems team is looking for new members. Prove yourself reliable tech and you're in. Quality control. Shipbuilding cells in the Sidereal Horizon are hard to come by. Poor work will see you dropped from the roster. Also, that's a failure. So either of these things I can get kind of a job here. That's nice. Then Haven Age. So fragment supply. Sophisticated tech is rare on the eye. So the shipyard is happy to pay for shipment fragments they can disassemble and rescue. I don't have any of that. And tracking yet again. A state in the office advises that and advertises that Haven Age are looking for information on gang activity in the eye. They'll pay. Ooh. Interesting. So there's kind of this conflict between Haven Age and Yatagan and that sort of group. Which I don't know if we want to get in on or what. The thing about Haven Age is it's going back kind of like to a corporation, right? Which is kind of what we just escaped from. I'm willing to sell them the data, though. That's not... Is that Haven Age? Oh, that's Haven Age. Don't I have... Oh, I don't have yet. That's their own data. I'm stupid. I don't have any data on gang activity, so I don't have anything on Yatagan. Okay. Got some more places to sell some stuff, though. I have an upgrade point. Okay. I was actually wondering about this because I wanted to see if I could do something with Intuit. Or no, was it Interface? Whatever it is for hacking. You know? I guess, like, this stuff, right? Interface? Let's see. Let's see about this. So yeah, that's interface stuff. So I was thinking about that, right? Can I not upgrade again? Oh, there we go. So, interface. There's a chance of getting crypto that way, okay. After any engage action. Maybe we get this, and then we start going for +1. Because I would like that +1. I can't just go straight to the +1 now. So I think it's either that or... Oh, this one's so good. Yeah. I feel like we have to. Ooh. Perks are +12 or +12. Okay, so perks are +12 for these. So it's a decent amount of crypto. And Haven Age. It's not all actions, doesn't seem like, but there's a good amount. Yard clearance. Oh, so this also gives yard clearance. So these things will help me to get in with Drago. If I don't get yard clearance quick enough, I'm out. Right? That's what I'm hearing. What do I have here? Can I do something here? Ship shape or grounded? Is grounded not like a negative? It is a negative. Maybe we should start on that. That'd be good. And are they paying me for? No. I need money right now. Unfortunately. So I think we'll go with that. Or it gets us the most money. And then we go with this. Bit risky still. There's nothing to get me money here. Drago is willing to pay me, right? I don't know, that one's a bit risky. Here, maybe we just go with this. Nah, I think we do try for... We try it. Negative. I got crypto, but I got a condition minus. No yard clearance either. But I made some money, so it's not altogether too negative. I did want to spend some money on a drink. Plus energy, overlook, regular, minus some crypto. But I just keep buying drinks. Can I get in with just... Is there a negative to doing this? I mean, I guess I am getting good rolls here. Neutral outcomes. Okay. Glass shatters on a steel bar beside you. The taunts don't take long to follow. Hey, Haunt, Spacer calls below this low room. What are you doing here? He laughs at his own lame joke. Playing human? Ignore him. You hunch a little farther, staring at the hundreds of tiny impact points that scar the bar's surface. Hand falls on your shoulder, but as you flinch away, it pats reassuringly. You're free to pace. Out! The voice comes from behind you. Spat out like a shot. You're going to see bright eyes, dark hair. So that it could breach the wall and vent you into a hard vacuum. It's from Mex's Spacer. The second glass comes sailing through the air. The Spacer? What's a Spacer? Duck? You duck and the glass explodes on the bar behind you, showering you in glittering shards. Through the haze of glass and girl vapor, you see Tala leap the bar and close the distance to the Spacer. The thud as he slams into the wall echoes around the bar like thunder. Now flanked by other figures, quick to their feet, Tala throws the Spacer out through the door and stands silhouetted against the rotund lights. You touch your forehead and it feels wet. Someone helps you to your feet and back onto your stool. Broken glass growls as it cleared, and a fresh measure of grill is gunged out in front of you. The same hand, warm, heavy, falls on your shoulders once more. He hasn't come back. We don't tolerate that kind of crap here. Tal flops onto the stool beside you. Let's get a look at you. Tal wipes the powdered glass from around the wound, and someone places a bottle of alcohol and a metal tin of tweezers on the bar. He disinfects them and then turns to you. You were pretty fast on that second glass, he smiles, picking a piece of glass from your forehead, but not fast enough. You don't feel the pain, only a sting of status Messages your body delivers concerning normal damage and exposed structures. You do feel the care, though, as Tal's bright eyes search your thick synthetic skin for splinters. Watch her? Tal works the skill of someone who has had to pick glass splinters from the skin of a stranger before, okay? She hones in on each bright shard, all the time tapping tweezer tips in little rhythms only she can follow. Alice smiles herself. So you've been on the eye for long? Long enough. He just laughs. Hey, you don't need to act tough with me. I've been here a little bit. Splinter clicks into then everyone is like that idiot. We don't all hate you. She glances around. Some of the regulars, maybe they fear you. Maybe they're just curious. I don't know. But I do know that the Overlook is a safe place. I know what it's like to be new in this place. Trust me. She meets your eye. I'm not trying to convince you of anything or separate you from your chits. I just want you to know that if you need somewhere, you can always come here. I know the rations we've got aren't much, and the company is, she leans in, limited, but if you need work, I'll happily put you behind the bar, and if you need shelter, well, we can discuss that. You'll be safe. I usually have Francis on the door, but he's up in the green waste this cycle, haggling with our supplier. Francis tends to be particular about what we serve, even if the cliente isn't. He places her tweezers in the tin with a clink. That's you, sleeper. Here. She slides the glass of grill to you. This'll help. She stops, her hand on glass. Wait, does this help? I mean, can you get drunk? No idea. She laughs. Well, keep trying. I'll let you know if I see any difference. She walks back around the bar, gathering the glasses as she does. Before long is retelling you how she threw that spacer out to a new group that just wandered in, complete with dramatic actions. She gestures in a direction, and you instinctively look away, back to the worn surface of the bar. Take a sip of the griole. The earthy fungal tones fill your senses, almost blocking out sight and sound, like diving headfirst into a bog. You might not be able to get drunk, but it's connected to something grown, something fermented, something old. Feels good. Okay. So there's a bit more options here, right? There's a bar shift, but you have shadows back, and that means a lot. Can't be a cough crowd. Okay. Oh, I am bad with that, though. Okay. Happy to throw a shift or two your way. The pay isn't great, but the tips make all the difference. And then I also heard her saying about lodging. Not sure if that comes after or what, but I heard it. I heard word of lodging. In any case, though, it's time to end the cycle. But regular sleeper bodies actively decay. Corporate insurance policy to desensitize escapers like you. Well, not yet, right? We wait. We wait on injecting that. I'm gonna take a break. My voice is very sore. Ooh, that's not great. Well, I was gonna take a break, but now I don't wanna. Honestly, if like my voice is going, you know, I feel like there might be a chance that it's not gonna get better with a break. So I think maybe we just go however long we can, and then we'll go for like maybe one more cycle, and then call it there. Haven Gate. I can grant you access. That hunter thing, though. There's a Haven Gate agent. What do we need for this dock? We need an encrypted key. I'm guessing we're gonna need something old. Not one of those old caches. It's probably not that. I mean, that's a Haven Gate agent. I don't have what it takes for that. That could be what I'm looking for, though. This node. Who would this one for what purpose? Let's just try. Oh, there's Yatagon agent. Let's just go with Haven Gate. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Because we're gonna get another thing. Hopefully we're good. We're still good. Okay, but how much until... So that, like, unlocks the hunter or what? Crypto, stabilizer, scrap components. Oh, I do have a cipher. Okay. It flips, you are in. And there's 2 ports. Did that last action give me our mark? No. Well, I guess we should. I need him. I need Fang. Okay. Do you need to talk to Fang again? It's Fang. It's installable. Take a few cycles to run through the closed network. Okay. So we gotta wait now. No. Let me... I need more money. I'm low on it right now. Guess we can go to unit assembly. How much we get? Decent amount. Drago, you pay me? You do. Sure. 16 crypto. And then we can use that to get some more food. We can use that for sure. Alright. So this is about to leave. Anything I want to do with it? Okay. I have a 2 and a 1. It's not great. Do I have any data I can sell off? It's Haven Age. I don't know. Will you buy that from me? No. I'll look at some keynodes. I could access that one. We'll see. What this one? Let's bypass one more. I don't know what happens if I get all. Encrypted key. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, we have the key. Now we should be able to get through this maglock. You can remove it into the entry onto the next one. Machine. As you Neo-Vend. As you slip inside the sealed dock, pulsating light grabs your attention. Among discarded tubing and rustic plates, a machine flickers into warm glow. Approach the machine. As you get closer, you recognize the machine's blocky shape, settled into an alcove inside of a dock. Kind of upright cabinet. It's covered in faded logos and messages, which you assume it was once an industrial vendor intended to dispense and manufacture ship fittings and other mechanical parts necessary for the regular running of freight and resource extraction vehicles. Manufacturer is listed as Neo-Vend, and you remember an advent from long ago. Squeezed among all the off-road recruitment drives that assaulted every planet-born citizen, which sharply sang the name over and over. You wipe a layer of dust from the crack screen, thinking of those contractors squeezed by their corporate employers to pay for every bit of the a minor maintenance on their rented SIPs. Into registration, chips a pre-recorded message catching you off guard. Press some keys. You scream for it and something begins whirling. At first it sounds like servo meter motors starting up, but it quickly becomes a whisper, a whining, then a multitonal voice that emulates from the Neovend. Entity, they hiss. Speak with me. Who's there? It is squeal, almost like this. Some strange mechanical swallowing or intake of breath. Before the machine speaks again. I have need of you. You have need of me. The squeal comes again, and you see that it is the 3D printing apparatus in the upper part of the machine resting into place, so that each time the servos can be orchestrated to produce that whirling, whining voice. You are in danger. Danger? Machine creaks. You are marked for deletion, entity. Hunter tracks you. The screen rattles through the empty dock. You remember the strange head, the figure, the Fred's closing in. Hunter. The Hunter Protocol. They taste your signature. The sudden whine sets your teeth on edge. You've seen them. This is the gift of an emulated mind. You close your eyes. The skeleton of the station starts to thrum. Emulated minds are adaptable. Move where neurons cannot. The mechanism resets. But emulation makes you target. Adaptable. Where does it say? How? Hunter searches for illegal entities. Neovend screeches. You are sentient, therefore legal. The servos judder the vending machine's casing as they reset. Hunter searches for me also. Hide in this machine. You look at the ruined vending machine, an unusual hiding place for sure. Can counter Hunter. We need entity outside machine. The light flickers. Need you. A screen attached to the vending machine with a swiveling arm comes to life. It displays a flickering map of the station. Ghostly, fretted, the cloud. Points along the rim glow in deep red. Hunter is always gathering. Too much data. Must build nest, explained Neovend. Master's gone, but continues to hunt. Bring this data. Raid its nest. Why can't you? Hunter will find me. Then killer will come. The machine trembles with effort. I cannot leave machine. Connections must remain closed. Bring offerings. Save self. Neovend says pointedly. Mutual needs means friends. They conclude. Tired of the conversation, the whirling amplifies and suddenly stops. As mechanisms within the machine click back into place, the glow fades. You are left stood in the dark of the sealed dock, that whirling voice ringing in your ears. No drive. Okay. So now we have hunter nests. Good look at these. Oh. I mean, but if I do this, won't Hunter come for me? We'll see, I guess. I don't know. It's a residence. Oh boy. We'll do this and then end. A glimmer in the dark catches your eyes. The orb of Hunter's heads appears in distance. It is looking for you. Hide. To then to the ghostly structure of the eye. A feeling like passing through a cloud as the data structures deform and reform around you. Another gloom clutches your eye. Close for now. Then roving orb wrapped in tentacles. It flickers, jumps once, twice, and then is here. Hunter is here. Entity. Submit to inquiry. Hunter switches for you in that unpleasantly familiar way. It's waving threads cage. You push against the threads as they close in, becoming frenzies as you push them aside. You are caught by whipping tendrils and feel them pulling you away from the anchor of your body. You push through, holding their threads. Entity, hold for processing. Comes a scream that from behind, but you are already gliding away back to your anchor, your body. You wake, dizzy, distorted, but safe. Oh, and that takes away. Okay, we're good then. We can still survive, but it's gonna take stuff out of us. Okay. Wow. Here. Take it. So is it just always a neutral for when you give data? I guess so. Just always happens. It's just always like that exchange, I guess. Okay. Ah, so I can get a lot of energy from that sometimes. That's nice. It's energy, I guess that's associated with food. That doesn't really help my condition then as much. Oh well. Dude, I think I'm gonna end it here. I think I'm gonna end here. Yeah, I'm my back of my throat. I can feel it being really dry. I'm gonna end here, and yeah, good stream. Bye bye. I'll probably play this more. So.